What's going on? This is My Life in the Shop. I'm your host, Donald Washington. That was the scene that played out on the 800 block of North Orleans Avenue, River North neighborhood. That happened August 20th, Sunday. I'm going to bring you guys the identity of this young man. I'm going to also bring you guys the story. They saying a white SUV just pulled up to the red light and started shooting. I'm going to tell you guys something. Hey, man, something very strange was going on the entire weekend. Let me tell y'all something. 16 teenagers was shot, 5 pronounced. It's like the purge. I'm going to bring you guys out there to the scene and what I see out there on the scene. A camera. And y'all watch the first 48. If you don't have a lead within the first 48, guess what? I'm releasing the footage. Hey, public, help us out. Because you got a better chance of the first 48 of catching the person. They could be out the country. They could be anything. Right? It's just like y'all seen they clone Tyrone, and I need y'all to understand the projects. It wasn't just called the projects because the hood termed it the projects. It was a real live project. It was, hey, let us put a particular people in these housing units and let's sit back and watch. Let's sit back and see what it does. All right, that was in 1970. All right, I'm gonna also bring you guys. I searched his name on Facebook and I saw this message from 2016 and what appears to be his mom. She was standing next to him and this was the message. And I'm going to bring you guys the message. It's heartbreaking to see that message from 2016. All right. So also you guys pay attention to where your tax dollars are going. Pay attention to who you vote for. So yesterday was first day of Chicago Public Schools. Brandon Johnson went to go visit Chicago Public Schools. But however, don't forget, you got an extra 3,000 migrant children that has to be what? School, right? And some of them still living in shelters is what they're going to say. But check it out where your tax dollars are going. An increase of $15 million. All right? I'm going to get back to that. I'll come back to it. All right, so now, according to a legal help firm, his name is Brandon Hatcher Jr. He's 24 years old. Overnight hours of the 800 block of North Orleans Avenue, I'm going to bring you guys the story. It happened around 3:35 a.m. And I'm going to show you guys this video. They're saying a white SUV just pulled up on the alongside of them and started shooting. And this is the how it played out. Of course, I blurred it out. They did perform life-saving measures on him. You see all the bullet holes in the back. And they was trying to save him there. I have more of it. There was bunch of people out there. I'm not going to show that. I'm going to only show this part where they was in there. You see all the workers coming out. And they are like, yo, what did I just witness? All right, anyway. This was for 2016. And it says, dear officers, when you see this young man, please understand that he is innocent. He wants to succeed in life and have a normal childhood. His name is Brandon Hatcher Jr. And he is loved by many. He is completely harmless. So when you see him, please do not shoot. I love my son sincerely. A proud mother. I'm going to show you guys. So look at this camera right here. Who's watching these cameras? This camera's everywhere. And none of these, they're saying none of these, most of these murders are not solved. And if the camera can't see license plates, what's the use of having them? Somebody hacked one of those cameras. I did a show and somebody hacked one of those cameras, put the footage out there, and that camera was crystal clear. Camera was crystal clear. So if they rolled up right there, come on, man, that camera had to catch the license plate. Something. Why aren't they releasing it? And I've done show after show after show showing you, yo, this was crystal clear. One of the shows I did had like 5, 6 cameras right there at the intersection, and it happened right underneath cameras. And police didn't release anything. Nothing was solved. Honestly. Brandon Johnson. He is saying that in June. At the time, we had a surplus of $55 or $59 million, and they used that for the shelter, food, you know, for the migrants that came in that was bused from Texas. All right, but then there was another $120 million that Chicago, that they're refusing to release on what that was spent on. All right, so we're looking at an additional. They're saying this was the earliest start of this district. More than 3,000 students traditionally. I did not return. This was like last year, something like that. So it's more than a decade ago. This is also an earlier start. But check this out. CPD estimates an additional 3,000 migrant children, with many of them still living in shelters and police stations. Chicago children, you know, when you look at, you know, some of these footage that I bring you guys, a lot of children, not here and not at 3:35 a.m., but I brought you guys story after story where these children are literally traumatized going to school. This is just some of the numbers here at the homicide, some of the neighborhoods. And a lot of these are children. A lot of these are children under 18, under 24 years old. Still have the rest of their lives ahead of them. All right? I'm going to tell you guys another story. I went to a state sale. I went to a state sale with family and in their neighborhood, in a very upscale neighborhood, right? And when we got out the car, people from the next block came over to see what we were doing and what people were doing on the block. They came out to say, hey, we're protecting our community. We're watching. And one of them even asked a family member of mine, hey, you guys here for the state sale? Is this a state sale? What's going on over here? And at first, I looked at dude like I was a little bit of ways away because I had to go to the car. But at first, I'm like, hold on. I was about to go tell dude, mind your business. But at the same time, hey, he's protecting his community. He saw something. He saw more than enough traffic going on to the next block. He saw people not from his community, and dude stepped outside his house and said, hold on, let me find out what's going on in my community. I want to know. So I can't even be mad at him. At first, I started to tell dude, hold on, homie. But at the same time, this is what we need to do. When you see somebody that don't belong in your community, go out there. I did several shows where I saw youngsters 5, 6, 7 deep, masked up, 85 degrees outside, walking blocks. Masked up, strapped up, and they committed a homicide. And people driving past didn't say a single word, didn't confront them youngsters, didn't call the police on them youngsters, just rolled on past. Ain't my business. Now a young man was 15 years old. They went. People just, ain't my problem. They go 3 teens with masks on, 85 degrees. That's not suspicious. Let me just mind my business. Anyway, that's what we need to do. This is my motto here.
How long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it your goddamn self?
Yes, how long are you going to cry and blame your oppressor before you get up off your knees and do it yourself? We need to come outside and govern our own communities. Men in the communities, protect your women, your children, your elders. No way should I have 16 children within one weekend, August 19th and August 20th, 16-5 fatally, 2 baby girls, 14-year-old boy. No way I should have to do those stories. Anyway, make sure you guys go to YouTube, go to My Life in the Shy, My Life in the CHI. Peace, y'all.
See on fire, ooh, down to the wire. My life in the shy, ooh, it's my life in the shy.